I'm Gary.
And this is Austin.
And we are Midwest Mics coming back at you live from the Hy-Vee Arena studios inside the Hy-Vee Arena tonight. Want to take a second and talk about longboards. Make sure you visit one of their 6 locations in the Kansas City metro area. Look up their Twitter at LongboardsKC, website longboardswrapsandbowls.com. They even have a fantastic location right here inside the Hy-Vee Arena, which I talked at length about last week. Had dinner with my wife.
Let's revisit that. How was that, man?
Oh, man, it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal.
I bet. I've heard nothing but good things about longboards. So
we talked to some other friends this weekend about longboards, and they were saying how good the food is also.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything negative about it. Y'all don't think I ever will. So feeling a little hungry, check out longboards.
Yeah, make sure you talk to them. Tell them that Midwest Mics told you about it and check them out. But you might notice I'm dressed down a little bit this week. I did not wear any Cowboys gear for the show tonight.
Is that dressing down?
It is. It is. I'm not representing America's team.
Okay.
Tonight.
All right.
But
I'm happy about that.
But I gave the spot, on my hat here. You guys know I'm a hat guy. To the Raise Awareness Foundation. I did work the Shane Ray camp this last weekend. DJ talked about it last week on the show. By the way, DJ, phenomenal guest, right?
Totally phenomenal guest. He's up to all kinds of good things at Central High School. I get a really good feeling that he's going to turn that program around. The guy brings all kinds of positive energy, and he's got a lot of great ideas, and it was really nice to speak with him last week. Just an outstanding coach and believer in young men. He coaches them up, and I can't wait to see what he does there.
Yeah, I can't say enough great things about DJ. I got a ton of positive feedback about the show. It's quickly becoming, on the audio and video, one of our most listened to and watched episodes in the history of Midwest Mics.
Is it going to break the record?
It could.
Is it really? Is it almost there?
It is. It
Whoa.
is.
Watch out, Coach Hoover.
Yeah, watch out, Coach Hoover. DJ's episode is coming at you.
One thing you could say too is that you add his 2 shows together. He already is beating Coach Hoover, right?
Oh yeah, it's three shows.
3 shows. That's right. 3
DJ's
times.
Been on 3 times.
Ooh, one of the favorite guests right there.
Yeah,
him and Coach Harris, right?
Yep, him and Coach Harris are probably the top 2 if you put all their shows together. The top 2 guests. But so DJ, great guest, lots of feedback about that last week. But Shane Ray's camp was awesome. It was at Central, and I had a great time working it. I worked with a bunch of kids. There was a free camp, kids from all over the Kansas City metro area, elementary age in the morning. Then us coaches had a little break for lunch. They fed us Papa John's pizza. Phenomenal.
Shout out.
And then Price Chopper got donated meals for all the kids that were at the camp.
Cool.
So the kids got fed. And then we went back out and did an afternoon session with high school age kids, high school age players.
Yeah.
9th through 12th grade, and had a lot of fun with that. And I had probably about 10 or 12 linemen there that I got to work with in the afternoon and teach them a little bit. I'm a defensive line coach, but I coached the O-line that day too. I coached the O-line and D-line. Coached them up a little bit, gave them a few pass rush moves, gave them a few pass pro techniques that I've learned, just being around football.
Yep.
Shane Ray actually came around and worked with the kids too, which he knows a little bit about how to rush the passer.
A little bit.
So, it was good to hear from him, and, I got to learn some things from him as well. But he was great working with the kids and coming around and being very accessible to everyone at his camp.
Another cool thing, very cool thing that happened in the community, really. Shane Ray, he hasn't forgotten where he's come from. So it's nice to see that he comes back and he donates his time to helping out the kids in the community, because I'm sure he kind of remembers when he was young and coming up, and he had phenomenal coaches that coached him up, DJ, and some of the other coaches at Miege. that coached him up and brought him to, he went on to Missouri and, they got him up to the level that he's at today playing in the NFL. And I really believe, with the foundation that you get set in that high school setting, especially at my age, that's turned into a football, just a
powerhouse,
football factory. Really.
Yep.
That really has set him up for success in the NFL and getting drafted and everything. So really cool that everybody's kind of connected, right? DJ and Shane Ray and everybody. So it's just nice to see those guys giving back to the community. Very cool. And I think you guys it was good weather too, wasn't it?
Oh, it was perfect. The morning, it was a little overcast, but it was high 70s, so it was nice. Perfect weather. And then the afternoon, it was a little warm, being out there with those high school kids. But
yeah,
after I coached those linemen up, we just let them go play 7-on-7 with the skill guys.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Every lineman's dream is catch a touchdown pass, right?
Yeah, right. Did you get some?
So I did not, because I just let the kids play. But
I'm just saying. Sorry, D-line got some.
Those guys did get to catch some balls out there and just have fun playing 7-on-7. Some of those skill guys and getting position that the linemen don't get. Linemen don't get a lot of love.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Everybody knows that. But
only if they're getting sacks. Only if they're doing the real flashy stuff. Not when they're actually putting in the work. So we kind of know how that goes. Now, real quick, 7-on-7 rules. When we're talking about that, is it just a quarterback? Is it one lineman in front of him, or is it a quarterback, 6 receivers? How does that go?
Yeah, it's just the quarterback and the receivers. Sometimes you have a center snap the ball, but he doesn't go out for a pass.
Does he count as one of the 7th guys?
Yes.
Okay.
So
is that more for just practice for snapping?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say the whole 7-on-7 idea is really a lot about just
timing,
a lot of fundamental stuff.
Yeah.
It can be competitive for sure. Anything can be competitive. But we know about that through Epic 7.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So really cool. That 7-on-7 is a great way to kind of hone those fundamentals and get those down.
Yeah. And while I'm thinking about it, we had a contest last week, in our show, and Xavier Smith from Central High School actually won the contest, and he was at the camp, so I got to meet him. He'll be a sophomore at Central this fall, playing for Coach DJ, and so he won the contest. So Xavier, make sure you're checking your DMs on Twitter, and myself or Jim Bly from UClick TV will be in contact so we can get you your prize, your 4-pack of tickets and so on. But
very cool.
He actually, I was pretty impressed. He had pretty good feet for a big guy. He was a lineman.
Yeah.
I was impressed with his feet, and actually texted DJ that afternoon and let him know that I met Xavier and seemed like a good kid. But if you want more information or see pictures from the camp, or if you want to see more pictures from the camp or get more information, maybe how you can help out the Raise Awareness Foundation, you can go to 56shaneray.com, and there's information there on how you can get involved and help out. But I think we're going to play a little video with a little background on Shane Ray now. So we'll be back after that.
There's a drive in Shane Ray, a motivation.
Every time that I step on the field, I want to play the hardest I can, give as much effort as I can, do everything for my team.
His gifts are partially genetic. If you're of a certain age, seeing the name Ray on the back of a Mizzou football jersey is familiar.
And again, the ever-present Wendell Ray, a junior from St. Louis, number 90, showing great pursuit.
Wendell, Stingray, as teammates and fans knew him, starred at defensive end for the Tigers from 1977 to 1980. Shane got a lot from his dad, but not everything.
One of the biggest things that I dealt with, growing up was, kind of the absence of my father. Now we have, a great relationship, but, growing up, it was, of course, it's really tough for me, not having really that figure there.
It was important to me that that circumstance would not affect him or affect his development as a man or a person as he got older.
So growing up in Kansas City, his mom, Sabrina Johnson, was everything.
My mom sacrificed over and beyond for me.
When Shane was born and I looked at him, I made him a promise, and I said that, I was going to make sure that he had the best life ever.
That wasn't always easy. KC has some rough areas. That's where Shane and his mom found themselves.
I remember walking to my grandmother's house and literally right down the street, me being 11 or 12 years old, seeing
that was just a little bit from Shane Ray and his mom. His mom, Sabrina Johnson, was at the camp. She helps run the foundation and does a great job. Obviously, helped her son get out of that situation too.
Yep.
But we're going to take a short break and have a couple commercials. And then when we come back, we will be joined by the Peru State defensive coordinator, DeOn'tae Pannell, and special teams coordinator, Justin Hoffman. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Johnny Coy, head coach of the St. Joe Mustangs. If you're looking for professional quality, customized wood bat for your baseball player, Walk Off Wood Bat Company is the place to go. All bats are made with prime quality wood, and the options for customization are endless. Gamers, fungos, training bats, they have them all. The Mustangs are excited to have Walk Off Wood as our official bat supplier this season. If we trust our players to swing Walk Off Wood, you should too. Go online and order today.
You heard that right.
All right, I'm Gary of Midwest Mikes here, and we are joined by two coaches from Peru State, their defensive coordinator and recruiting coordinator, DeOn'tae Pannell, and the special teams coordinator, defensive line coach, Justin Hoffman. Guys, thanks for jumping on today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of go through a little introduction, a little bit about your guys' coaching history. Coach Pannell has been at Peru State for 5 years, kind of worked his way up there, was a GA, coached the secondary, and like I said, is now the defensive coordinator, recruiting coordinator. Was at Birmingham Groves High School in Michigan for 3 years, coached everything except quarterbacks. Played with the New Orleans Saints in 2012, and previous to that was at Penn State University, 2008 to 2011, played offensive line there. And played at Wiley E. Groves High School up in Michigan. And Coach Hoffman is entering his third year with the Peru State Bobcats as the defensive line coach, special teams coordinator, strength and conditioning coordinator. Also coached linebackers in the previous year. Coached wide receivers before that. Was also the strength and conditioning coordinator. Was at Eaton High School in Colorado, coaching defensive line. Played at Doane University, which is also up in Nebraska, and is from Nebraska, Fairbury High School from 2003 to 2007. Spent 8 years in the business world before coming to Peru State, coaching. His wife, Lacey, and him have one child and a dog. So that's a little introduction. And why don't you guys start and just kind of expound on your experiences there?